Are you thinking about buying a house in Kansas City and wondering what style is right for you? Boy, are you in the right place. Hi, I'm Rach the Realtor, and I love all things Kansas City real estate. Today's topic is one that makes my heart go pitter-patter, talking about different styles of architecture in our city. Let's dive in. Picture this. It's Kansas City. It's like the late 1800s. This is post-Civil War, and this is when our city really begins to bloom with our architecture specifically. From Queen Anne's elegance to intagliante flair, our streets began to dazzle, and that continues through every decade of history up until present day, and you can really see it in our styles of architecture. Perhaps our most classic, timeless, famous style of home in Kansas City is none other than the Kansas City Shirtwaist. So shirtwaist homes are the ones with the big front porch. They're usually limestone, and they're 3 to 4 stories even, depending on if the basement's finished or not. They're always very spacious with wide stretching porches, lots of limestone, and tons of wooden charm. Lots of like intricate detail on the trim throughout. They're in areas all around city, but specifically more towards like the Midtown area, close to Westport, Union Hill. And these homes can range quite a bit in price because some of them haven't been touched for decades. So if you get one that still needs some love and you're up for a project, it's a great return on investment to invest in a Kansas City Shirtwaist because it's tons of space, lots of charm, and then you can make it your own and eventually resell it for much more than what you paid for it. Kansas City also has a lot of Victorian homes, which seems weird to me that they are in Kansas City, but they are. It's like a fairy tale home with lots of ornate details, vibrant colors, and it looks like something you'd see in a cartoon or a book. You see these, again, kind of in the Midtown area. A lot of them are up in Pendleton Heights. Again, they're very large homes, and some of these, though, have been renovated and then pushed the budget way up. But if you can find one that's not totally renovated, then it can be a much more approachable price point if Victorian is your style. Another style of home you'll see throughout Kansas City is Colonial Revivals. So these are more boxy, symmetrical, gable roofs. It's like the white banisters that are in perfect even rows. Are you picturing it? These are really old homes in Kansas City. They really show our country's history reflected right here in KC. They have a lot of times like big front yards and like circle drives in front of them. And they can be found in places like Ward Parkway, Brookside, Roanoke, and Colonial Revivals typically have been exchanged through hands over time and renovated over time, and generally you're going to find them at higher price points. So these are more luxury homes when they were built, and then now that these people over the years have renovated them and made them their own. But an awesome option if you have a nice healthy budget. If you don't have the world's largest budget for a Colonial Revival, but you still want a darling historic home, may I introduce you to my personal favorite, the Tudor style. These homes have like European charm, steep roofs, distinct chimneys. They usually have like an archway over the front door and then interesting roof lines, like kind of at an angle. And they are typically found in Brookside and Waldo. They are so cute. They are range in size too. They're typically not huge, but a lot of them are really small, making them really affordable, and sometimes even if they've had work done to them. Again, this is another style of home that if you're looking to invest some money in doing updates and upgrades, you can really get good return on investment. But the Tudor style is just ubiquitous to Brookside and Waldo in Kansas City. There is basically nothing that Kansas Cityans love more than Kansas City. And the same is true of our historic homes. The Kansas Cityans that go to great lengths to protect our historic homes work very, very hard on this. One of them is Lauren Manning. I actually interviewed her on my podcast called Connecting Kansas City. You can hop over to that on our YouTube channel and look for it anywhere where you can find podcasts. It's episode number 3, Historic Homes with Lauren Manning. But we go into a lot of detail about how local historic preservation efforts are sometimes even more strenuous than like the national historic preservation efforts. It's really interesting. But that is why we have so many beautiful historic homes here that go on the market, and present day buyers have the opportunity to purchase, own, and make their own home as well. Okay, so we've talked about various styles of historic homes in Kansas City. The classic Kansas City Shirtwaist, Victorian homes, Colonial Revival, and of course, my personal favorite, Tudor homes. If you are looking to buy a home in Kansas City and you know that you want it to be historic, you'll need to know your styles. You'll need to know what parts of town to find them in, and I would love to help you with that journey. Go ahead and hit me up, text me, email me, slide into the old DMs, and I can't wait to help you purchase your own slice of Kansas City's history. That's it for now. Thanks for joining me today here on my YouTube channel. Again, I'm Rach the Realtor. You can find me all over the internet at Rach the Realtor KC, and I can't wait to help you find your Kansas City home. See you next time.